Hi guys, this is Haley. Today I'm going to do NewJeans Danielle cover makeup for a model. She is Jihan and my best friend. When NewJeans debuted, I thought she looked like Danielle a lot, so I thought it would be fun to do a cover makeup for her, which I never do on my channel, but I found it really fun. So hope you guys like it too. Then let's get started.
First thing first, I'm going to prep the model's skin with a hydrating toner. After applying toner to the cotton pad, I am swiping on her face. Because she has sensitive skin, I ensure the products will not cause her any irritation to her skin. After her skin has absorbed the toner, I am going to use a water-based cream. Because this is a liquid/water-based product, that it leaves your skin with a healthy glow. For the base of the makeup, I'm going to use a mineral sunscreen. This product is perfect for creating a hydrating and brightened canvas before starting your makeup. The next step of the process is applying foundation. When looking at Danielle's reference photos, I noticed that she has a bit of pink undertone. For this reason, I'm mixing a foundation with a pink undertone concealer to increase the level of coverage as well as to make the pink undertone foundation. To ensure I'm using a decent amount of product to suit her needs, I'm using a small flat brush and only applying the product where she needs coverage. In order to get rid of the unwanted shine on her face and ensure proper application of the next powder-based products, I'm using a translucent powder. Taking a small amount, I am gently touching the area where I want to mattify, but not too much. I noticed that Danielle's or NewJeans makeup style avoids the use of overly bold or unnatural highlighter, but rather uses a shimmery one that appears to be a natural glow on their skin. Rather than swiping the brush all over her face, I'm using a flat foundation brush to gently tap and apply only small amounts of the product. For contouring, I found that model's skin needs a bit more pigment. So instead of using a ashy gray contour powder, I chose a warmer shade of bronzer powder. Because Danielle has a round face shape similar to the model, she requires little contouring to change the shape of her face. Although a facial feature that is very different is the tip of her nose, because the tip Danielle's nose is more round compared to the model's. So I decided to use contour to make her nose appear more round. For brows, Danielle's eyeshadow shape is straighter without an arc. So I will replicate this shape onto the models on eyebrow. The first step in the process is using a round powder to match the Danielle's eyebrow shape. And then using a clear brow gel, I'm going to raise the start of her brow upwards. Then with a brown gel eyeliner, I'm going to draw fake brow hairs using a brush with tiny bristles. This technique makes the look the most natural looking, unlike brow pencil or anything, because it literally creates a real brow hair. After the application, you can see of the sparse parts of her brow are now filled with fake brow hairs that still look natural. For eye makeup, NewJeans makeup is all about enhancing their natural features and not using too much color. So I'm going to use only pink base colors that blend in naturally with her skin tone. Next, using a deep brown eyeshadow, I'm going to draw eyeliner on her lids. When I look at Danielle's makeup, her eyeliner seems to be drawn with eyeshadow rather than using an obvious pen or gel eyeliner, so I'm doing it too to make the look natural. In order to replicate the model's downward eye shape on Danielle's straighter eye shape, I try to draw the eyeliner straight. Now I'm doing a AMUSE technique. When I'm looking at Danielle's makeup, she uses a bit of the 애교살 technique to make her look youthful. 애교살 is a Korean word for charming/baby eye fat, which makes your look younger. It becomes more apparent when you smile, so I'm going to brighten the eye fat part with a concealer and bright eyeshadow. And then I'm going to contour right underneath to make it more obvious. Next, we are doing falsies. I found that on Danielle's eyes, there are only a few fake eyelashes hairs, which are individually applied and spread out along her eyelids. So I'm applying individual eyelashes mostly on the center of her eyes to make them look bigger and more awake. Next, I'm going to put a mascara over both the fake and lower eyelashes to keep the lashes curled and make sure that there is no unwanted mascara left on her lashes. I'm going to use a burnt wooden stick and gently push it against the lashes. This is a technique that Korean makeup artists use frequently. I love this technique especially for achieving a more detailed lash look. Next, I'm going to apply a warm pink shimmery blush to add some color to her cheek. I found that Danielle's blush placement focuses more on connecting the side cheek to the front cheek to achieve a more cheerful appearance. Using a light pink shade of blush, I'm going to blend everything to make the blush look blend more naturally into her skin. For lips, I'm using coral pink shade of matte liquid lipstick all over her lips. Because Danielle's lips are pretty similar to the model's, there is little to change. So this is the only step for lips.
Somewhere we need to be, we just stay here. Like the feel of something new, showing up out of the blue, never been so clear.